Hey guys, Salad Raider here. Today I'm going to try something different. I'm going to try to commentate Shogun 2. And I just recently got into this game. I know it's been out for a while, since 2011, but I recently just started playing it. And it turned out I really like this game. And it's pretty fun. So here, I'm just going to show you this replay. I'll show you my army. I'll show you my opponent's army. Okay, so I have a leader, mainly leadership general with a bow. I have let's see, fire cavalry, cavalry grouped with a Naginata warrior monk, great guard grouped with a Nagi warrior monk, and then I have some Naginata attendants. Then I have some Matchlock Ashigaru. Then I have Yari Ashigaru, and then Matchlock Ashigaru, and I have another group of Yari Ashigaru and Matchlock Ashigaru here. So yeah, I sort of have this kiting strategy here, which I realize is not the most honorable strategy. I don't know why. It's a strategy in the game you can use, but I don't know. So, and then I have some mounted gunners in here, and a great guard and Nagi warrior monk here in the forest. So basically, if you didn't know, my strategy is to have cavalry supremacy. So I basically kill the opponent's cavalry, and what that will do is, I don't really care about the rest of my army. They can die. I don't really care about them. The only thing is, I just want my army to kill all his archers and his cavalry, and basically anything else that can kill these guys, the mountain gunners. Because the mountain gunners and the Dunderbuss Cav are basically capable of killing the whole army. So this is the strategy I'm using for now. It's a pretty effective one, although sort of cheap. Yeah, so I'll show you my opponent's army real quick. He has actually a lot of cavalry. He almost brought equal cavalry to mine, which makes this game very close, and I have to use my infantry actually a lot, which I usually don't. So he doesn't really have anything special here. He has Naginata warrior monks, and that's pretty powerful. Nondachi samurai, katana samurai, katana hero. Then he has his bodyguard. So I mean, right here he's already better in melee than me, but you know, I don't really have a melee army. I have a kiting army, so I'm just gonna go ahead and play this. So right now I'm just gonna try to take this shrine. I forgot. Oh yeah, this is the morale shrine, so luckily it was pretty close to me, so that's going to be actually a pretty big advantage that I will get. He gets the melee attack shrine, which isn't bad either, but it's not as good as the morale shrine. Okay, so I'm just keeping these two cavalry, the great guard and the Naginata warrior monk, in the forest for now. What I'm doing is I'm pairing a Naginata warrior monk with an anti-cav cavalry unit too, and for some reason I don't select this guy, and he's just here, which is not what I wanted to happen, but oh well. Okay, the reason why I'm running up this hill is because I thought I saw some cavalry here, but I wasn't sure, so I wanted to send guys up there to just scout. And if he has cavalry, yep, there they are. If he has cavalry, I want to kill him as soon as possible, but he has some Yari cavalry and a great guard, which is all anti-cavalry units, and it's going to be pretty tough for me to fight him. I mean, I have a pretty equal cavalry right now. I have fire cavalry, I have a great guard too, and I have Naginata warrior monk cavalry, which isn't as good as on the charge, but it's pretty darn good if you let it stay in battle. But obviously it's not going to beat its great guard. So I have a slight advantage here, so that's why he's running away. I also have a downhill charge, so I keep chasing him. I'm not sure if that was good or a bad decision. I can't decide. He starts running his general out here. I think I try to charge him with my cavalry, or no. Yeah, I think I try to get these guys. I give a attack command to his general, but I mean, he's not going to make that. He's not going to make a dumb mistake like that and just let his general for dead. My opponent here was actually a pretty good player. I'm actually not very experienced myself. I just started playing this game, but I've been studying this game pretty thoroughly, and been pretty dedicated to the time that I did get to play this game, so I'm obviously not the best player. This is actually not a very skilled strategy. It's so I mean, I'm not that much a great player, but this guy is higher ranked than me, so yeah, let's see what I can do. I'm just gonna fast forward because not really too much happens here. You know, I'm just trying to chase his cavalry basically, so he's running here close to his infantry for support. I run my guys here just so if he tries to charge me, they get stuck in this little ravine and I get a downhill charge on them. He puts his cavalry trying to, I don't know, I think he dismounts. Yeah, he dismounts his bodyguard. No, what's this? No, Matchlock, never mind. He dismounts somewhere, I just can't remember when. But anyways, he's trying to take the sword dojo. I really don't want him to get the sword dojo because he has some sword units and I don't want them to get that advantage. Actually, honestly, with this strategy, I shouldn't have been that concerned about the sword dojo. I should have just let him have it. I mean, I'm not really pushing here for his sword dojo, but here, I'll put him to play again. But the main reason, I'm just trying to find an opening, just get as close as possible to either try to charge his cavalry or charge some of his infantry like the Matchlocks here, because that's sort of concerning too, because I don't want, these Matchlocks could be a potential problem because they could get in the way of my cavalry. Oh, here, you see he dismounts his Yari cavalry, so I think the reason he does that is he thinks I'll charge him and these guys won't, my cavalry won't get a bonus fighting against these guys because these guys are no longer considered cavalry because they're dismounted. The only thing is, if you put your horses out like this, you can easily scare them by just charging in, and you just retreat, and basically this unit is just a weak spear unit now. I mean, decently strong, but just a spear unit with not a lot of people in it. So you basically instantly kill that unit if you take out all the horses, or basically you kill the usefulness of this unit in my situation. So see, he dismounted this Yari cavalry too, which I didn't realize. This was pretty smart on his decision. I didn't realize he did that actually. I thought he was still mounted, and I charged him anyways. I should have actually just disengaged from this battle and just focused on here, trying to kill his Great Guard and his Matchlock Warrior Monks. But right here I actually get tangled in with some Naginata Warrior Monks, so this is actually going to be a pretty messy battle. I'm surprised that I did as well as I did here, and I actually charged his dismounted cavalry here, scared off his horses, and yeah. So right now I put him into defensive mode, and I try to get a back charge on them, but they just get, at the last second they get a charge off. But I should end up doing quite a bit of damage, but I should have not done this. Basically, I should have escaped from their dismounted cavalry and just went over the mounted ones first and scared their horses. If I did that, I would have lost a lot less cavalry and it still would have done its purpose. It still would have done the damage. But, you know, you make mistakes. But that's what I would have done differently. Oh, by the way, when you're trying to pull your cavalry back, I find it helpful to put your cavalry in defensive mode, because if you don't, here, let me explain what defensive mode does. Defensive mode basically makes it so when your units get attacked, all your other units don't go and try to fight them too, so they'll just follow your orders without question, basically. So a lot of times what happens is if your cavalry gets intercepted by another cavalry, just like if one horse gets intercepted by another cavalry, the rest of the cavalry will join them and it'll stop the charge, which is really bad, and you don't want that to happen. So that's why you put them on defensive mode when you use them to attack, which is sort of ironic, but it works. So yeah, so that's what I do. Yeah, it's the same defensive mode you use when you want to. You use it defensive mode also on like matchlock units and stuff. So if one matchlock unit gets attacked, the rest keep firing. So I forgot what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to attack his fire cavalry. Oh yeah, I'm trying to basically kill the rest of his cavalry. I don't really care at this point if my cavalry gets killed. I just want to kill all his cavalry. Let's see, do I have more cavalry? No. Okay, well anyways, at this point, I realized that my main army is not really doing anything here, so I move them up to capture this, and I eventually move them up to cause problems with these guys, because here, now I can move them up more safely, because I can be less worried about cavalry charges, and yeah. So I have more an advantage there. So I tried to bring my cavalry, my Naginata Warrior Monk, and my Great Guard over here by the Sword Dojo to capture this myself. The reason being is, as you can see, I don't have any sword units, but I do have... But no, I don't have any sword units, but my opponent has sword units. So if I capture this, it's going to be really hard for my opponent to capture this as well. So as long as if I capture this and just keep him off it, then he shouldn't. It'll be like basically really hard for him to get that advantage. And I really don't want him to get the Sword Dojo, because if he gets that Sword Dojo, it's going to be much harder to kill those Katana Samurai and those other sword units. So he's charging his Great Guard right here, which is what I want actually. I don't think he should have done that. Well, then again, he didn't really know my strategy, but he definitely shouldn't have run that uphill where I could get a downhill charge on that. But on my part, I should have pulled out of that battle a little bit faster, because his other Yari cavalry was on foot, so they're basically like spearmen, and they're just gonna rip apart my other cavalry. So right now he's recapturing the Sword Dojo, so I'm sort of on edge. I don't want him to get that. I mean, honestly, it's not that much of a big deal. I shouldn't have made it such a big deal. I should have, instead of trying to rush that place, I mean, it was a good idea, but I should have just been a little bit more patient and just try to get a better position where I could kite more efficiently. But here, as you can see, there's some parts where I mess up on my micromanaging, and I take some bad positioning. As you can see, I have to sort of run uphill to attack these guys, so which isn't the best, especially if I have matchlock units. It's not good if you shoot uphill, because they miss a lot. If you shoot downhill, the bullets that you miss end up hitting other units, so it works out. But anyways, I'm just keeping my horses here just so he can't capture it, because as long as my horses stay in this circle, he can't capture it. So that's the only purpose these guys are serving right now. Right now I'm pretty happy. My cavalry doesn't really have to do anything else. I still don't realize these guys are dismounted, so I charge them, which was stupid. I should have... I usually play zoomed out because I want to see everything, so I didn't see these guys dismounted. I thought they were just horses walking, but that was just really dumb decision. What are these guys? I think I killed this general. Okay, well, that was good. But anyways, that's right. What my opponent showed there is a very good thing you could do with cavalry that most people a lot of times don't do, is you can dismount it, especially when your opponent's attacking you with cavalry and you have anti-cavalry units, because when you dismount them, even though you get slightly disadvantaged, your units are better against anti-cavalry units, because the anti-cavalry units won't get that anti-cavalry bonus because you're infantry now, not cavalry. You just have to make sure that your horses are safe if you want to use them as cavalry again. So that's the only risk. And right here, I should have positioned my matchlocks more like in a kiting position. But right now, for some reason, I keep trying to capture this Sword Dojo. I should have put them more in like a ladder position where, you know, if you the first guy shoot and then they run back and then the second guy is in line shoot, and like that. But yeah. Okay, so I sent my Yari Yashigaru forward, try to stop their approach. I still think these guys are mounted, so I think they would do. I thought they would do a lot of damage to the Yari cavalry, which they do, but just not as much as they would if they were cavalry. So take some good shots. I kill like how many? I kill like 23 guys with those. Let's see. I got 8 kills. I only got 8 kills with them. 12 kills now. But anyways, I should have ran these guys right away back. I just sort of lagged for some reason. Then I let my general get caught, and I think his general's a melee general, yeah. So that was not good. And then I let my Matchlocks get caught because I didn't have them in defensive mode, which I just put them in defensive mode right then and there. So now they're running back. I should have kept running this guy back because this guy's not really doing anything. He's not really defending anything. There's no one here, so just run back. So okay, yeah, I run them back a little bit. I don't know why I run these guys forward. That was sort of stupid. I should have just had them stay there. I think I was trying to get better position, but then these guys killed my Yari Yashigaru too fast. So yeah. Well, anyways, those guys end up getting killed. You can see some of them. Yeah, there's just some decapitations. Okay, yeah, so I mean, right now I'm a little bit on edge. Basically, in my mind, I've won. I've thought to myself, oh, I've won this game. The reason is, even if he does kill my whole army, I still have these mounted gunners, which are coming up right now, which basically has the potential of killing his whole army. So, I distract his guys with the Yari Yashigaru just to buy my Matchlock. It's enough time. And then, yeah, just have my general in there to lead them. Let's see how much damage. Do these guys get some shots off? Yes, I think so. Nope. These guys do. Why didn't these guys shoot? Yeah, they're just gonna get slaughtered. Okay. Well, anyways. These guys only have 27 guys. These guys only have 16 guys. So, it's not much left, even if he kills them. How much do these guys have? 41. Yeah, it's just not going well for him. It's basically over. I just have to finish him off. These guys actually end up not doing much, because I end up actually killing them with my regular Matchlocks. Yep, and I think he concedes defeat right here. Which, yeah, basically was over, because he didn't really have anything, and yeah, I just pulled out these mounted gunners. Okay, we're back. I'm going to show you the unit statistics. Oh yeah, I want to complete my thought. Sorry, I didn't want to talk while everything was loading. So, well, anyways, the sort of the feel of mounted gunners and Dunderbuss Cav, especially Dunderbuss Cav, is that they're overpowered, especially for the price, which may be true, but I mean, it's like saying also Katana Samurai is overpriced, because you can do the same exact strategy with Katana Cavalry. You'll just have a little bit harder time with Yari Yashigaru, but basically what I did there is, if your opponent loses the cavalry advantage and you still have cavalry, like a Katana Cavalry or any cavalry, you have a huge advantage. And if your opponent doesn't have any like arrows or anything to shoot you at, you still have a huge advantage, because your opponent can't chase you. So you can force your opponent to either a stalemate, which isn't honorable. I mean, don't do that. That's not a really good way to play. Or you can just capture all the buildings. You can get an advantage. You can find openings, just outmaneuver your opponent, and just break him down, demoralize his units. They're gonna get tired because they're gonna be chasing your cavalry everywhere. Your cavalry's not gonna be tired because they're gonna run. So I mean, people say cavalry's not good in this game, which I think is completely false, because as you saw, like, here, I'll show you maybe another battle in the next episode, but demonstrating how good cavalry is. You can basically defeat a whole army with good cavalry. Yeah, it's crazy. Cavalry is pretty good. So as you can see, Great Guard caught the most kills. Not surprised, they're a pretty expensive unit. The Matchlocks units got some pretty nice kills. Not too much of a surprise. Fire Cavalry got kills, so Nagano Monk Cavalry pretty much held their own. They killed their weight. Yari Yashigaru didn't do much. These guys didn't do much. I didn't really expect them to. These guys should have got more kills. Matchlock Ashigaru. It's just I was sort of dumb using them. And this Great Guard should have got some more kills. I forgot. I think I charged him into like a spear or a dismounted Yari Cav or something like that. Let's see. Mounted Gunners only got 4 kills, so you see, I hardly used the Mountain Gunners, and I still beat them. So, yeah, the Mounted Gunners and the Dunderbuss Cav is almost just more like reassurance, basically. Let's see what he got. His Donachi Samurais did awesome because they're constantly charging everywhere. His Katana Samurai did good. Naginata Warrior Monks. That was probably because I ran my Cavalry right into them. His Katana Hero didn't do actually that great. And his Matchlocks didn't do that great because I charged them. So, not too surprising, but I hope you enjoyed this replay, and I may do more of these. I'm not that good, so I just really like discussing the strategies of this. So this gives me some little bit of release. That's the main reason. But I can teach. If you're a beginner, you can definitely learn some stuff from my videos. But or if you just like to watch these for fun, then that's fine. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video, and hopefully I'll make more of these. Okay.